Hey guys, it's me, Emojing, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something very different, which I've been looking forward to doing. We're doing some reactions, and specifically to horror animations, as it's called. This specific video is 6 Omegle horror stories animated. So let me get that ready for us and let's get right into it. Okay, so this is what it is, and it's obviously starting with picking up girls on Omegle gone wrong. Fun. Let's get starting reaction. Yes? Okay.
When I was 15 years old, my parents decided to go visit my uncle.
Starting off, what's with the off-brand corpse? But like, narration provided by just use your normal voice. Don't go. It's not cool. All right, let's.
I didn't want to go. I wanted to stay home and hang out with my best friend Alex, since we lived in a quiet neighborhood and there was little crime happening there. My parents allowed me to stay home and have Alex over. My mom left a note on the fridge with all emergency numbers, and my dad told me.
I'm not even listening to what he's saying. Look at his eyes. Right, yes, it's definitely. It's definitely much better than what I could do. But just look at his eyes. You could have done better. Right, let's go back a bit because I weren't.
My parents allowed me to stay home and have Alex over. My mom left a note on the fridge with all emergency numbers, and my dad told me to call him if anything happens. I assured them that everything's gonna be fine. Me and Alex were.
Wait. What is this? Mouth's just going. It's just an odd. I wouldn't have gone for that sort of style of animation, really. It's just. I'm already nitpicking, but going. Try, like, put some effort into it.
We're just gonna play video games and have some pizza later.
Okay.
I called Alex, and he came to my house 15 minutes later.
He's a Discord.
We played UFC on my PS4 for 2 hours, and then had some pizza. After our meal, we just sat in the living room talking about random stuff.
Alright.
Eventually, we started talking about girls.
Okay.
Alex mentioned a website where you could talk to random people called Omegle.
Okay.
He also said that he talked to some girls on there, so we decided to go on Omegle and try our luck. For the first 30 minutes, we didn't get matched with any girls. We were starting to get bored. And just when I was moving my mouse to close out of...
When you go on Omegle, all you get is men with... I don't know how to... With men with their penises out. Constantly. Like, the amount of genitalia I had to edit out of the Omegle video I did with Ozef. It was crazy. It was mental. Right, okay.
Out of the webpage, 2 girls showed up on our screen. They were about our age, maybe a little older. We started talking.
It's just gonna be the same people, isn't it? Look at that. Look at her hairline. What happened to her? And the way I need to be okay. I need to stop being so judgmental.
They were just typing. We could see that they were trying to talk, but we couldn't hear them.
I
told them to turn on their microphone, but the girl said that they don't have a microphone.
So
we continued talking. We said that we were home alone, and so were they.
What the fuck? Disgusting! What's wrong with his teeth?
They said that they lived in the same
Man's
city
just
as
been
us,
eating candy.
the same area as Alex and I. But we've never seen these girls before.
No.
I thought this was odd because our city's pretty small.
Okay.
After 15 more minutes, they said that we were cute and that we should hang out sometime. We were stunned. Girls usually don't want to hang out with us, so...
yeah, okay, that's a bit weird.
Gave them a Snapchat username. As soon as he typed his username, the girls disconnected.
Mate, what is wrong with your teeth?
Didn't even get their names. So we just turned off my laptop and went back to PS4 to play some video games.
Okay.
Some time passed. We were still playing video games when Alex took out his phone. He had just received a snap from someone called AnnaXOXO99.
Right.
He opened it, and it was a picture of the 2 girls we met on Omegle earlier. walking on a street, and the
But how... Okay, this is probably where the horror comes in. Okay.
captain said, "Can we come over and hang out?" Alex immediately looked at me. He didn't ask me anything. I already knew what he wanted, and I said no.
Let's just go back to his little...
When Alex took out his phone, he had just received a snap from someone called Anna XOXO99. He opened it, and it was a picture of the two girls.
You'll see what I'm talking
They
about
were
in a
walking on the
second.
street, and the caption said, "Can we come over and hang out?" Alex immediately looked at me. He didn't ask me anything. I already knew what he wanted, and I said no. He wasn't happy about this, but he understood at the same time. Alex texted them saying that he can't come over, and that they should hang out some other time.
A bit weird.
A couple of minutes later, the girls responded, "Can we meet at the park then?" So Alex asked me if I wanted to go to the park with them. It was only 10 minutes of walking from my house.
Don't
I
do
still
it.
said no.
Don't do it, you're
At this
gonna
point,
get
Alex was really
killed!
frustrated, and he said he was going with or without me. Maybe he was right. Maybe I should go. Am I really gonna pass up on an opportunity like this? I looked at my watch, and it was 10:30 p.m. So it wasn't that late, and my dad's friend lived right next to the park, so I said I'd go with him. But if anything seemed strange, we would immediately go back to my place.
You're not very smart,
Alex
are you?
agreed.
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
He sent the girls a snap saying that we were on our way to the park. They replied that they were waiting for us at the children's playground. We got out of my house and started walking to the park.
Right.
The whole walk there, I was thinking, what if something goes wrong? We don't even know those girls. And what if someone else was at the park with them? I didn't want to say
Well, then
anything,
don't go!
because Alex
Don't
would just sound
go!
paranoid. So I kept my thoughts to myself.
Who gets a message of a random person and they go, come and meet us at this place, and you go? You don't even know the... No. This isn't real. If this is real, you're an idiot.
After 10 minutes of walking, we got to the park. The children's playground was a little deep into the park, so I asked Alex to ask them to come to the main entrance of the park because we were already there. Alex just said, "Dude, come on," and texted them that we were at the park.
Why did the
After a
mic
minute
quality
or so
change?
that we arrived at the
No,
playground,
come on.
there was no one there. I asked Alex if they responded to our last snap, and he said no, they just opened it.
You're gonna get killed.
We waited there
You're
for a
gonna
couple
die.
of minutes, but there was no sign of the girls. We were all alone in that park. I told Alex that they were probably just messing with us and that we should just go home. But Alex wanted to stay a couple of minutes more. A minute passed.
Mate.
And
Just go. You don't listen to him. Like, why are you listening to him?
No thoughts. Head empty.
Just go.
that's when we heard someone walking behind us.
Mate, you're gonna die.
We
You're
turned
gonna
around,
get killed.
and there was a guy dressed in black,
Oh my god.
standing behind a tree looking at us.
Look at him.
Creepy
That is
smile
the
on
face
his
of a,
face.
that is the face of a serial killer if I've ever seen one. Just look at it. Head covered, scars all over his face, eyes bloodshot for his first thing. These kids are
I
idiots.
said to Alex that we should go home and that this wasn't a good idea.
No shit.
Alex agreed, and we started walking back home. The whole time, I was looking over my shoulder, trying to see if the man was following us. And he was. I told Alex, and we
Fucking
instantly started
idiots.
running. Just when we got to the
Who runs like a fucking Barbie doll? Like their fingers are strapped together.
park's entrance, the guy grabbed my hand and started screaming in some insane way. I was screaming and kicking, trying to
Where
get him
does
to
his
let go of my
pupils
hand.
go? He screamed
was
so
telling Alex to
much
help
that
me,
his
but
pupils
he
just
ran away.
disappeared.
The guy started pulling me back
Oh
into the park.
god.
I was screaming as loud as I could, and that's when I saw blue and red lights. The guy must have seen them too, because he immediately let go of my hand and ran deeper into the park. I
Right.
started running back to the direction of my house when a police officer stopped me. I explained everything to him, and he called my parents. The police officer took me to the police station to wait for my parents to pick me up. My parents came after about an hour.
Well, that's
and
great,
the police
innit?
officer told them what happened. And so
Where
did
were
I.
your parents?
My dad asked if they caught the guy, and they said they were
Where's
still
your
looking for him.
friend?
When we got home,
Did he just run
my
away?
parents were glad nothing serious
Fish
happened,
find.
but they still were mad at me because I left the house to meet some girls I was talking to online. They told me to go to sleep and that everything will be alright. The next day, Alex came to my house. He was with his dad.
Well, at least his
Apologized for
friends are
running away
right.
last night. He also said when he got home, he opened his Snapchat, and there was no sign of Anna XOXO99.
So,
It was like she never existed.
you're an idiot.
For some context, I'm a teenage
Okay,
male.
so this is the next one, right? Yeah. Okay. So, that just... The end of that didn't make... Nothing happened. Like... They didn't exist because it was set up by a murderer. Great job. Right, let's go on to the next one.
For some context, I'm a teenage male, and this happened
Okay.
when I was around 17 years old.
So,
Back then, I used to see all these
My
videos on
argument
YouTube
still
about
holds up.
Omegle horror stories and pranks. Now, I'm not particularly brave or anything, but if I'm bored, I often find myself going to drastic measures to find something to do.
drastic.
After thinking for a while, I built up the courage to go on Omegle. I wanted to be funny, so I didn't respond to anything or anyone.
Right.
I then came across this guy that kept
Oh,
saying
another
for me to
serial
talk,
killer.
or else. And
Already?
Being a teenager, I wanted to make him mad, so I asked what he'd do in the chat. All he said was, "You should talk more," and then left. I feel pretty proud of myself for being a jerk, but slightly disturbed, so I turned
Well,
the
you're
ego
an
off to work
idiot.
on some homework due the next day. After a few minutes of doing homework, I heard my dogs barking, and they wouldn't stop even when
Well,
I told them
you're
to.
gonna get killed.
I figured maybe somebody made a loud noise, or even had a dog whistle.
Well,
After
no.
calming down my dogs and getting back to my homework, I heard the noise this time. Somebody had
That's
knocked
not
on my back door.
nice. Don't
My
do
back
it to
door is
me.
gated with a 4-foot fence and a lock. The only way somebody could get in is if they had a key or jumped it.
Right.
After looking outside for about 10 minutes,
Call the police. You hear a noise? Call the police. If your dogs are being set off by something that... Oh! These people are
I called my
idiots.
dad and told him everything.
Don't call your
He
dad!
told me that when he gets
Your
home,
dad can't do
he'll look
fuck all
around.
if he's nowhere near.
I accepted that because he's a doctor and he's got a lot of work to do. Half an hour passes. My dogs are outside, and that's when I hear a thump outside my door.
I hate it here. 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 I hate it. Hate it here.
I looked around, and there was a rock with a note stuck to it. After that, I heard my dogs barking
It's gonna
in
be
our
that.
driveway.
It was gonna be that.
The note
Oh.
read, "I know where you live.
Well, no shit if you know where you...
I've never been this scared in my life."
I know where you live. Delivers it to the... I wouldn't have thought. You sent a letter to my house. You threw it at my door. You must be standing outside the fucking gate. Yeah, I'm shit scared.
I just feel lucky to have 3 dogs in my house at all times.
Right, I'm being extremely critical. Yes, I know, someone's story. But the fact is, you should have called the police to begin with, right? Yes, it's on Omegle. Yes, it's a stupid little thing. You're trying to mess about with some kid. Fair dues. But he's thrown a... It's clearly this person that you've ticked off because he's throwing bloody rocks at your house, right? He sent it with a note saying, "I know where you live." Who else is it gonna be?
Now, I'm not the kind to show emotion or get scared easily, but that freaked me out. I'm shaking, and on the note,
He's
please.
just,
Is this just one big coincidence?
he's just jittering.
Or did the same guy from Omegle really somehow figure out where I live?
I mean, if you've been that much of an arsehole, right? Multiple people on Omegle, they're gonna like throw shit at your house, and they're gonna find out where you are. I know because they've done this IP thing, and they can find out where you live, and it can be pretty terrifying. But they can find out where you live, so don't do stupid shit on Omegle. If you're gonna go on Omegle, use a VPN or something like that. Because serial killers like these are gonna come and find you. Right, we're on the next
When
one.
my friends and I were 15 years old, we went on Omegle a lot.
Okay.
I'm sure most of you already know what Omegle is.
Yes.
But if not, it's a chat website that pairs you with a random person for a one-on-one conversation. You can disconnect and start a new chat with someone else at any time. At the time, the website was still in its prime and hosted around 150,000 people online at all times. We liked to mess with people and would completely make up who we were. We were young.
Well, you're just
and had a bad
arseholes.
sense of
You're
humor.
just being arseholes. Yes,
Well,
you're young, but you're
one
still
day,
being arseholes.
We decided to go on Omegle and say some very off-the-wall stuff.
Okay.
On that day, we decided to tell strangers that we had kids locked in our basement.
Well,
For
that's
reason,
not good,
it was
is it?
comedy gold in our 15-year-old minds, and we thought the reactions would be hilarious. We maybe told 1 or 2 strangers this, and they just disconnected. But then, we connected to a stranger who was either genuinely worried or wanted to play along with the creepy message.
I hope they...
We told the stranger our joke for the day. The stranger asked why we would be so despicable and that he would call the cops.
Well, no shit would they do that. You've just told them... You just told them that you have kids locked in your basement. You don't. But you're telling people you do. You don't know how people are going to react. Don't do stupid shit. This is my message for today. Don't do stupid shit, or you're gonna have to face the consequences. These people doing stupid shit, they're gonna have to face the consequences. I don't care what the consequences are, because they're just being idiots. What the fuck has happened to my mic? There we go. Right.
We laughed it off and disconnected. We connected to the next stranger, and the first message that popped up was almost unbelievable. How are those kids in your basement? We were shocked and disconnected
What?
immediately. We tried to laugh it off for a few seconds and connect to another stranger. While we were connected to another stranger, another message popped up in the chat. I'm still waiting to hear about those kids. We decided to disconnect and reconnect one
Okay,
more time.
right, yeah, that's pretty creepy. If they found a way to like continuously message you, thing is, if you hear something like that, you'd immediately call the police or something, even if they're joking or not, or you'd call someone. I don't know who you'd call, but you'd call someone. Okay.
The last message this person sent was, I'm still here, and I'm still waiting for your answer.
Okay, that's
Finally,
creepy.
we came to our senses and got off the computer for a while. I remember being so worried that whoever that was called the cops on us. Luckily, nothing ever came of it. After that, we stopped going on Omegle as much. I still wonder if a moderator was on the site and had a way to keep connecting to us. Or if it
Yeah,
was someone who was good at
that
hacking.
makes sense. Or
I'm
someone's...
sure what we told that person freaked them out as much as they freaked us out. Overall, we learned a good lesson, and realized that we weren't as funny as we thought.
Yeah, you're just idiots. Okay, right. I'm gonna leave this episode here. Okay, so that was something different, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed it. It frustrated me because these stories are clearly, they're either made up or people have had really bad experiences on Omegle. But the stupid things happen on that site all the bloody time. Right, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were true. But at the same time, some of them are hard to believe. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you really enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You're higher up now, so... Right, I don't know if you could tell. I have some artwork back there. That's what that is. My mum paints, but we'll do that another day. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.